Hi, fellow SnapEd agents, educators, and assistants. As promised at the October update, we'll start posting videos about the new evaluation processes for SnapEd to ease the transition. In this video, we're going to talk about the changes of the overall evaluation protocols for FY18. Before I proceed to talk more about the nuts and bolts of evaluation protocols, I noticed that some of you may still find a little bit confused of what I do, as this is a newly created position. By looking at the picture here, you can see how I interact with multiple stakeholders, definitely communicated with you, the agents, educators, or assistants, regarding the feedback of our evaluation processes. I interact with peer supports team and the OEI evaluator, whose name is Allison Tudor, so that they could provide us support in terms of the online reporting systems. With regards to Kansas SnapEd State team and the extension team, we try to reach consensus about the evaluation decision that we want to make based on the feedback from the federal guidelines, from your feedback, and definitely from peers. And so with all this interaction, I try to keep everyone's opinions in mind, and we move forward with our evaluation protocols. As you can see, the communication pathway are not linear. They are not just one arrow-headed. With that many interaction in mind, I do want to say we will continuously solicit your feedback, bringing back with the evaluation processes. We also take into many consideration from the SnapEd team, extension team, from the federal government guidelines, and also from peers. So definitely please bear with us that we definitely take into account of your feedback, but changes might not be made as quickly as you would anticipate. Next, let's look at the direct education requirement for FY18. In order to be considered as direct education in FY18, the nutrition classes need to have at least 3 or more total programming hours and at least 4 lessons. During October update, Lisa Ross, our program manager, gave a very good talk about why we are trying to push more programming hours or more lessons. Based on an article in JOE, which is the Journal of Extension, they found that the reasonings for having more lessons and more time with participants are more likely to result in positive, healthy behavior changes. And therefore, as we strive to have positive, healthy behavior changes, we would like to have at least 3 or more total programming hours and at least 4 lessons for a series of nutrition class. We want to help you to be successful. We want to help you to see a longer-term behavior change, and we believe that with the current guideline, it is more likely that we could help you and help the participants to make the changes that we all would like to see. After talking about the requirement, we have developed several protocols. We'll talk about those protocols in other videos. Some of the protocols are Program Series Evaluation Protocol for adult, school students, and indirect education. And as we talk about the protocol in the next video, we'll also talk about how you can enter those information in pairs. We do realize many of you have not been able to reach the requirement in terms of direct education, and now imposing at least 3 total programming hours and at least 4 lessons may be very challenging. So in terms of planned direct education that do not meet the requirement, we encourage you to consult with your SnapEd or Family and Consumer Science regional specialist or one of the SnapEd state team members before you go into and implement the direct education, because we want to help you to move the barriers. We also would like to understand more of your situation and help you how to move the needle a little bit. After you seek discussion with your specialist or state team member, and both sides have come to the conclusion that you should still do the direct education even though it does not meet the requirement, You still need to follow the program series evaluation protocol for adult, school students, and indirect education, and enter those information in pairs. However, for the planned direct education that do not meet requirement, you need to put in comments when you're entering program activity. In the comments section, please explain why your planned direct education do not meet requirement and why you and your regional specialist have agreed to proceed with this program. State team members here really want to know the barriers or other reasons that may hinder you to plan the direct education. It can be a lot of factors, and the more we know, the better we can equip to help you. And therefore, we would truly appreciate it if you can put down your comments about what challenges you're facing, and at least in pairs, we are able to look at it and analyze it and come up with better plan. We do have a protocol for the planned direct education that do not meet requirement. For more information, please refer to the document Program Series Do Not Meet Requirement in SNAPED Program Management website under the Impact Evaluation Forms. In fiscal year 18, we have new evaluation decision tree. The things that are removed from FY17 are hand-raising activities, question banks, and adult with developmental disability survey. For hand-raising activities, it is because it is very likely that we are not able to have very credible data, as there might be peer pressure. When they see others are raising their hand, they might feel the need to raise their hands. So that way we are not able to get the really true data that we want. As far as question banks, I've heard many frustration, especially with question banks, with so many choices. It is hard to choose, and you have to make it the same for pre and post test. And so for FY18, we have set questions, and we no longer have question banks. So you do not need to choose questions anymore. We took out the adult with developmental disability survey. It's because with adult with developmental disabilities, or ADD, the feedback from agents, educators, and the state team are ADD have very different cognitive function, probably in one class. With that said, it is unfortunate that we are unable to make a survey that would fit all the spectrum. And so for the next video, which is about program evaluation protocol for adult, we'll talk more about what we do with that population. For this year, like I say, we have set questions, and those set questions are actually divided into 4 categories: healthy eating, food resource management, physical activities, and food safety. That is all for this video. When you are ready, please continue to the second video. Thank you.